MX5 seats are a brilliant addition to your classic car, or if you're building a kit car. They've got onboard seatbelt socket, so providing you mount them securely to the chassis of your car, you're going to meet all the modern IVA tests that you're likely to come across. But when you're installing them, you must make sure that you put the correct size, the correct length of sockets. I opted for Securon Seatbelts. That's the MX5. That's the one I ordered. Is it correct? Let's find out. So this is the mounting point, mounting position for the bracket and socket on the original MX5. And I'll just turn it on a little bit. So there's a little metal tab under there, and it just stops the seatbelt from moving any further than that. So quite like that feature. And if you think about where your hips are, the buckle will come round over your hips and just fit nicely into the socket. So this was the 500 150 that I bought, and arguably it's an easy mistake to make because the bracket is about the same length, but it's the whole position that is different. It's basically 25 millimeters longer, this one, than the MX5 one. So let's just see what that looks like. So you see, it doesn't look too bad, but when you sat in the seat there, it pulls the seat, it pulls over, and it's not sitting, the belt's not sitting properly. So the belt's coming over and then it's changing direction quite dramatically, changing angle to go into the socket because it's too far up, which is why I was thinking about making it shorter. So yeah, it flops around, but that's okay. So that part of it's okay, but it's still a bit too long. Right, let's look at this one that Pete sent me. So who's Ken? Ken is one of the very nice people from Securon. Up until this point, I'd actually been thinking of modifying the stalk, the metal stalk on the seat, because it was a bit too long. So I was thinking about re-drilling it and cutting the end off. So I thought I'll give Securon a call, and I spoke to Ken, and Ken told me absolutely no way should you even consider modifying a stalk or any other part of the Securon seatbelt, because it simply voids the warranty. So where I was thinking about bending it or anything, don't do anything at all with your Securon seatbelt stalks. If they're the wrong length, then change them. So it was the week before Christmas, and Ken very kindly sent me the pair of shorter stalks, the shortest stalks to do, and they fit perfectly. So thanks for that, Ken. Thank you very much. Ken? Who's Ken? I meant Pete. Sorry, Pete. So yeah, that fits quite nice between there and there. Yeah, looks a lot better, that does. What I'm going to do, I'm going to sit in the seat just to see how that will feel. is actually a little bit shorter than that. So because it's a bit shorter, this is bound to be correct, because it's the MX, the original one, so that's bound to be correct. But that being a little bit shorter is bound to be correct as well for the Securon one, because the buckle is just going to go nicely into there. It's going to be at the right angle. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Now I'm going to shift over and see if I can get into the seat, and we'll have a look at it that way. Right, so that's the MX5 one, and you can see the seat belt will come round there and fit nicely into that. Right, this is the 150. So, although it's not too bad, you kind of feel like it either needs to be a little bit shorter that way or bent over a little bit more. So yeah, the belt would come round. The belt's not too bad, but me being me, like things to be just right. So I think that, yeah, that's going to be loads better. So that belt will come right round and straight into that socket. So you've only got your belt on the hip, and that can remain straight. Don't need to modify that. So yeah, that's the goer. So if you've got MX5 seats in your car and you're fitting Securon Seatbelts, you want this one. You want the 510, the 500, so the 500/100 is not, as opposed to the 500/150. So that's presumably 150mm long bracket, and that is a 100mm long bracket. So brilliant. So we're good to go. So if you found that useful, then please give me a thumbs up. It always helps the algorithm on YouTube to get out to more people and helps to grow the channel, because believe me, this is harder than building the actual car. Anyway, thanks for watching, and see you on the next one.